Hello, adventurers. Here we are, going through the game, getting to the halfway point. Amazingly. I know. I figured I'd never get to get in there. And I went back to town. Like I said, we're going to place this new point. We're going to place it here. We're going to get this endurance charges. We're going to get this life. I'm going to go over here, get this, get a bunch of extra damage, basically. Just massive amounts of damage, hopefully. And other than that, we're now kind of going not backwards, but we're going in reverse here, and we're going back through town. As I mentioned before, I now went back and I've gotten my 5 link, which is amazing. Damage is increased by a lot. And I just can't wait to kind of kick some ass. Yeah. Let's take some names. And I also went back and grabbed or changed up my life flasks. My life flasks were basically Act 3 flasks, and we're now in Act 5. And there's a significant jump by like 1,000 extra restoring power between them. And so that was from. The next flask after these are actually less restorative, but they have greater amounts of restoration, or they restore much quicker. I think it's like 1430 they restore in total, but they restore it in like 3 or 4 seconds, as opposed to right now it's like 1900. And they, oh my god, how much HP does that guy have? And they restore it at a much more restore rate, like 8 seconds, so it's effectively a lot more HP per second restoring. Oh my god, I went the wrong way. I had to go. Why did they... that closing off thing does annoy me quite a bit. I wasn't sure whether or not to go with the Fist of War or this one, the pulverized support. The Fist of War actually looks a lot more cool. It was quite like, and you look at it and you're like, well, that gave me kind of a, you know, I think in South Park, the Harley Boys, and they had raging clues. So, you know, you kind of look at it, it's like, oh, that's very nice. It's a very nice damage, it's a very nice look. And it gets you kind of excited, and you're like, I'm smashing the ground to pieces. And my enemies, did that guy die or he died or he warp? He must have died. Is that his body? Oh, I guess that is his body right there. Maybe? No. I don't know where he went. I thought he died. Maybe he didn't. Oh well. The thing is, you only get the effect every 2.5 seconds. And I think for a 6 link, that is actually the last one I want to put in is the Fist of War. When I do go with the 6 link. The problem, though, is that I have one 6 link, it's a 2-handed sword, so it works, but it has blue sockets, so I have to trade some things for, like, I don't know, some conch effect or something. I'll just have to look what there is if I do want to use the 6 link. This 5 link may be good enough for quite a while though. That's why I don't need to trade. Let's see here. What was I talking about before? I think I was talking about the VTubers and how a lot of them are Japanese, and I find it very good to have them. I don't know if there's a lot else I wanted to say about that. I like them around. I do get kind of jealous, and like, you know, they pop up, and then like Garu, she popped up and she, like, on the first day got like 1 million freaking views, and it's just like, wow. And I realize it's because of build up from the previous VTuber, the previous VTuber after that built it up, and so you kind of know what you're getting, and then you're getting these QT kind of personalities and people coming in. It's like, geez, why didn't I have a cutesy personality? Why? I guess some people just aren't born correctly, luckily. And, well, I guess that's me. Old poverty case. It's funny because I'm still not like the most worst off people. At least I still have, you know, my family. Although a lot of my friends don't talk to me much. Part of that's my own fault because I don't like to start conversations. I think my friends also have that problem. They don't like to start conversations, and so we end up just a kind of awkward situation where it's like I want to talk to them, but at the same time I don't want to start a conversation. It gets kind of lonely sometimes. You know, at least I have my friends and family to talk to, or my family to talk to. No friends. No friends. Let's see. We're gonna go here because I think this is gonna be the most useful to get right away. Hey, you know, at least I have you guys to talk to. Briefly. Every once in a while. Sometimes you talk, sometimes you don't. That's just kind of how the cookie crumbles. And I've mentioned before, I'm gonna say it again. Anyone who does interact, thank you. It helps with the not only knowing that, you know, it gives me support in that, oh shit, that was bad lag. It gives me support in the ways that I know that you know, someone's watching these things, and it's not like talking to the void, which I often feel like I am. But it also it's actually better for the algorithm because it means that someone's watching, and so therefore they're like, oh yeah, there are people who actually watch this, so maybe I should push them up in the results a little bit, kind of thing. You know, I don't think it's something that a lot of the common people know, but it's because kind of reading about it, that's why they say, hey, to encourage your people to interact with your videos. And I was already wanting to interact with people with my videos before that, and that was just because I enjoy the interaction. But it's also how they rate whether or not they should push a video to some extent, or push it farther up, or make it to where it's towards the top. And as you know, being towards the top is actually pretty immensely important, because that's where, if you're towards the top, you know, most people just have a habit of just clicking the first thing and there it is. So when, you know, people were actually clicking on my content, it was surprising. So I'm like, I think I'm at the bottom. But there also wasn't too many people who play Path of Exile or did a video, you know, kind of like this. So maybe in some ways it was good that I started here instead of something that's super popular. I mean, again, if, you know, you guys want to quest anything, put something on my quest board, go ahead and you know, say something. And you know, if I don't get to it right away, I probably will eventually. I will keep it in mind and probably eventually get to it, and eventually play that because it's enjoyable, or because it was requested, and I, you know, want to keep my audience watching, and you know, I want to engage with you guys, gals, whoever. I just want to make people entertained and happy. Do what makes you happy. So you don't dare so sad. Da da da, that song I can't sing along. Do 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 do. Oh, okay. I should shut up. You know what, I still have this. This is terrible. I need some new cards also. Pendulum 32. Yeah, I could really use a necklace. And a new chest piece. That's still level 11. I still have a level 11 chest piece, you guys. What am I doing? So dumb. But you know, I still got, even with that, without my endurance charges, I still have 38% damage reduction. That's pretty great. I mean, it's not much, but I ran with characters who have almost, you know, basically at this point, almost zero physical damage reduction. And so it just kind of shows what this build is kind of capable of. Because, see what kind of damage reduction over now? Oh yeah, not 60% anymore. Well, that's kind of poopy. Anyways. But that kind of goes with levels, so as you level up, your damage reduction isn't going to go as far as it did before. So like when I may have first gotten that, I might have had like 80% damage reduction. Something ridiculous like that. Smash, 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 I will get you. Eventually. We're going to compare who can smash harder. And while you may smash harder, I can take it much more than you can. Vive la France. Oh man. Don't want to talk about France though. There's some interesting things going on there. What I do want to do though is kill this unique over here. There's always over here. And again, I left that up. I still don't think anyone's ever answered me about whether or not having that up bothers them or not. I don't know if most people are just kind of listening and not actually seeing the video, which is like something I usually do. So completely understand. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But you know, for those who are just listening, I have the larger map, not the mini map up. Sometimes I leave it up constantly and forget about it. And so I don't know if it's bothersome or not. Alright, let's go ahead and kill this guy over here. He's the other unique that you need to kill. As you know, I don't have the quest for it, but you know, this is one of those things to tighten up what you're doing. You don't have to go back to town, get the new quests and something like that. You can do a lot of these things just by going directly to where they're at and interacting with things while you're there. So here's another unique, but this one's actually a sub-quest boss. He was somewhat important, but I can't remember. And basically you're just here to finish him off instead of him being a monster. Maybe some type of like corporal or something? I don't know. Not important. He's dead. We're going. We're going to go over this way. And we're going to go down here because this is where another side quest is. Right along here. And then like the main part of the quest was actually to go over this way, right over here. Pointing to it with my mouse, and that's where the main section goes if you don't want to do these. But they do give, I believe, passives and some useful stuff, so you might as well come do them. You just right along this wall, and afterwards you can go proper way, or the way to go to the main quest line. Okay. Well, I'll stop there for now, and I'll go ahead and collect all the Kitava items in here, and then I'll go ahead and fight Kitava, and that'll be the first 5 acts done. We're halfway done. Alright guys. So, please like, comment, subscribe. or share the video out. And if you don't feel like doing that, then, well, I'm gonna pressure you to do it anyways. Okay, no, if you don't feel like doing it, that's fine. But you know, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.